My stepdaughter terrorized our home for over a year and keyed my car. I snapped and made her face legal consequences. Me and my wife, Andy, have been together for about 3 years now. We have been married for one of those years. We get along really well. The only problem is her daughter, Carrie. She is a daughter from my wife's previous marriage. Her father, my wife's ex-husband, died in a car accident about 5 years ago. When Andy and I started dating, we took things slow. She didn't introduce me to Carrie until she knew things were serious between us. When I met Carrie, she was acting distant, and overall, she was mean to me. But I understood that, of course. I tried to bond with her and spend some time together, but I never forced her to do anything she didn't want to do. I told her to address me with my first name, and had no intention to replace her father. I just wanted us to get along. Things got better, but sometimes she was rude to me and had some inappropriate comments. I never said anything to her, because my wife told me to just give her some time. Things really escalated after our marriage. I offered my wife and her daughter to live in my house. Andy immediately agreed, her daughter not so much. Since she was 15 at the time, my wife gave her no choice. That's when the problem started. Carrie would intentionally make a mess in the kitchen, like destroying glasses and plates, and leave the sharp glass on the ground. She would throw things out of the window and insult our neighbors, etc. This would happen like twice a week. I admit I have a bad temper, so sometimes I yelled at her and made her clean her mess, but I never laid my hands on her and never physically punished her. My wife repeatedly told her to stop behaving like that, but it didn't help. This went on for about a year. Last week, she had outdone herself. My Andy and I were coming home from dinner, and the garage door was open. We found Carrie there, and she was destroying my car. I have a BMW X5, so a pretty expensive one. She slashed 2 tires with a knife and scratched the surface with her keys. I completely snapped. I told her evil little B to get the F out of my house. My wife sided with her and said that Carrie is just acting out, and I shouldn't call her like that. I was furious, and told my wife that if she's okay with Carrie destroying my stuff, she can get the F out as well. We argued for about 15 minutes. During the argument, I said that I want Carrie to pay for my car, and if she won't, I will sue her. I have a camera in my garage and have everything recorded. Andy told me I can't do that, and that I'm heartless. In response to that, I told them both to pack their bags and get out. It was almost 12 p.m. They packed and left. When I think about it now, I know I could have handled the situation better and more calmly, but I think this kinda had to happen. We will be having a divorce, and I will be seeing a lawyer to sue Carrie for destroying my car. I was just so fed up with her constantly destroying stuff, and overall being toxic. I talked about this with my parents, and my mom kinda thinks I'm TA. Update. I met with my wife and we discussed everything. She wanted to continue with our marriage and give it a second chance, but I told her I want a divorce. It was very hard for me, but in the end, I think it was the right thing to do. I still love my wife, but I don't want to be caught in the middle of all that again. Last year was the most stressful and hardest period of my life, and I felt like I had to put my mental health and my well-being first. This wasn't easy for Andy either, but I think she understood. We agreed this would also be better for Carrie. I strongly advised getting her daughter professional help, and Carrie has started therapy last week. We went to lawyer's office and signed the divorce papers. It was really quick and smooth. We had a prenup, didn't share money, and our marriage lasted only a year. There is still some small things that need to be dealt with, but it is pretty much over. I also met with my lawyer. We got a rough estimate on that car damage, and it's a lot. 2 slashed tires, deep scratches all over the car, and a bit cracked windows. It is about 6,000 euros. We talked to my insurance company, and my insurance doesn't cover vandalism or any kind of this damage. My lawyer strongly advised me to go to the police and press charges against Carrie. I wasn't sure about this, but he said if anything goes wrong, this will help my case. So I did that. A couple of days after I met with Andy to talk about this situation, we both brought our lawyers to help us with all the legal stuff. I told her my insurance won't cover anything, and I want her to pay for all the damage. She said she doesn't have that much money. They moved in with her parents, and she is looking for a new place, so she needs all the money she can get right now. I offered to pay for the damage now, and she will be paying me back when she has the money. She agreed. Because I reported Carrie to the police, she will have a criminal record banned in a couple of weeks. She will be facing something like a civil rights court. My lawyer said she will most likely end up getting a court-ordered psychiatrist and some hours of community work. It has been a really rough couple of weeks, but my amazing friends helped me a lot to get through this all, and I'm glad it's over. Also, thank you guys for your judgments and kind messages.